Hey there, Celestial Mystics. It's your girl, Tiffany Satchu, your 1111 coach. Welcome back. If this is your first time viewing my content, I hope that you'll subscribe, because on this channel, we talk about magic, we talk about angels, we talk about universal laws, and we talk about tarot. Don't mind my hair. I'm just trying to stretch it. I just decided to wash it this morning. So, stretching it. We also believe, without a doubt, that we deserve abundant wealth, perfect health, and relationships that are love-based and fair exchanges of energy. And I hope I can make you a believer too. So have you ever felt like you're going through life on autopilot? Or like you're in some kind of rut? Like something is blocking your flow, but you can't quite figure out what it is. It's like your soul is behind bars and you can't seem to move forward or experience progress. You just want to break free in some way, anyway, but you can't shake the funk that you're in. You might be in what some would call spiritual jail. But how do you know for sure? What are the signs that your soul is in spiritual lockup? And how do you break those chains and live in alignment with your higher self? Your higher, wiser self. I think most of us have found ourselves in this space at times because it's not something that just occurs overnight. It's a series of small choices, habits, and unresolved issues that slowly build those invisible bars around our soul. Being in spiritual jail is kind of like getting put on hold with customer service. You're pressing those buttons and shouting, "Representative!" into the phone. But nobody's hearing you. That stupid computer voice keeps prompting you to press 0 for help. But nothing's happening. Yeah, that's how it feels. So like let's break down the signs that you might be in spiritual jail, and of course how to break out so that you experience freedom again. But before we get serious, let's lighten the mood a bit. What do spiritual blocks and bad Wi-Fi have in common? Both make you want to scream, "Can you hear me now?" when you're trying to connect. Okay. So what exactly is spiritual jail, and how can you tell immediately if you've been placed there? Well, it's when your spiritual growth feels halted. Your connection to your core frequency or the divine feels blocked. And no matter what you do, you can't move forward. You feel like God isn't hearing you and your prayers aren't getting answered. You just feel stuck or lost. Your energy is low. You lost your passion for life and the things you love. You're not sensitive to your intuition. You don't feel protected, safe, and secure. You have constant thoughts of regret or shame. You don't want to have fun. You don't want to laugh at my jokes. You just want to soak and feel sorry for yourself. You feel like you're in pain, emotionally and physically. If you are experiencing any of these things, well, I say multiple things, you might be in spiritual jail. You might be in spiritual jail right now if you're experiencing these things. And as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't occur overnight. So if you're only experiencing one of these things, you might want to get ahead of that energy as soon as possible so that you don't wind up there. The way we wind up in spiritual jail is by holding on to old stories. Okay? These old stories turn into chains that weigh down our spirits. We're actually meant to soar like eagles, and old negative experiences that we play over and over again place our spirits in a cage. The cage's door is always open because we actually build the cage ourselves. It begins as a subtle way, or in a subtle way, we think that we're protecting ourselves in some way. Subtle. Very, very subtle. The door can only be locked from the inside because we built the cage. The people around us don't have the power to put us in spiritual jail. Only we can do that. And we do that by giving away our own power to people or habits that don't serve us. This is also how energy leaks in our aura field. Those leaks, this is how they're created. And then we feel drained and trapped. Another way someone could wind up in spiritual jail, and this one is probably the most common way, is through unforgiveness. Holding on to guilt or grudges locks your spirit in a cell of resentment and pain, which then causes you to become resistant to change. This is how our open and hidden enemies use our own energy against us. We'll be reminded of something negative that occurred in the past. The memory begins to replay. Those low vibrating emotions switch on, and then next thing you know, you're pissed off or sad, leaking out all that good energy you spent precious time building up. That's why we're told to stay present and in the moment. That's where infinite intelligence is. The here and now. Now, another way to get yourself locked up and really, really fast is through negative intentions. That's when we intentionally seek out others to prey upon, to misuse, abuse, and manipulate and hurt. See, we dirty up our own aura field that way, right? And that dirt begins to build up in attraction to negative reoccurring experiences. Now, some of us think we're slick. We know that we're dirty. So we just find someone who's clean and pass that negative energy off on them and think we're just gonna go about our business, go about our day without suffering the consequences. But oh no. Oh no, my friend. That energy is surely coming back to you. It's just a matter of when and how. And that is just how generational curses are built. So what can you do to get out of jail immediately and simply? Shift your mindset, cleanse your energy, and forgive yourself. You begin by talking yourself through it. First, you tell yourself, no man owes me anything, and I owe no man anything. Then, you ask for protection so that you feel safe and loved again by the Creator. You talk to your angels and you tell them all your worries, all your cares. Just like how I'm speaking to you virtually in this video, that's how you speak with your angels. But don't do it in front of people because people are going to think you're crazy. Go to a space where you are alone and comfortable, and spill your guts to God and your angels or your ancestors. Get all those emotions out, even if you have to cry or get mad or scream. Go through all the emotions so that you can feel your inner man again. Then ask for what you need or want and just listen. Just listen. You might hear your own voice, or you just might feel peace again. But then you'll receive a blatant direction or an indication on what to do next. Now, if you never tried to access divine guidance before, it may be very subtle or seem like a coincidence. So you got to keep your eyes peeled and your awareness up. The intention is to allow yourself to be sensitive to your intuition once again, so that you move in the spirit. When you're sitting and listening, I urge you to insist that the light is your silent partner. Just until you've built a strong enough relationship with your higher and wiser self before you start working with your dark energy. I'm gonna do a video on working with your dark energy. I know I'm gonna make a story. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write a story. All right. So let's say you do all that. You can use Psalms 142 verse 7 in your meditation. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountiful with me. This verse is a prayer to free your soul from spiritual bondage and return to a place of joy and praise. Remember, I told you that in order to access your subconscious mind, you need repetition and imagery. And they're doing it in commercials. They're doing it to you in commercials every day. So you can do this. It's not the devil. So you can use the Eight of Swords Tarot card, which is a powerful representation of being in spiritual jail. This card shows a person bound and blindfolded, surrounded by swords. It's a reminder that often the cage we feel trapped in is one we've created in our own minds. But there's hope. The person can free themselves. Those ropes around that person are loose. And the swords don't actually imprison them. They kind of have to maneuver around them and avoid the puddles if possible, but they can get away and back into that castle for safety. And don't forget your angels. At any time, you can call on Archangel Raphael, that's the plug angel, the healer, all right, to guide you through the process of breaking you free from spiritual jail. He can help heal the emotional and spiritual wounds that are keeping you stuck and provide you clarity on the steps that you need to take. That's all I have for now, folks. I could go deeper into this subject, but this video would be really long. If any of these signs resonated with you, don't worry. You're not alone. You're not stuck forever. Spiritual jail is just a phase. And with the right tools and divine guidance, break free. Remember, the key to the cage is within you. Let me over. And your higher and wiser self is always ready to guide you back to freedom. If you're feeling stuck, take some time to reflect and tune into your intuition. And take small steps towards healing and growth. If this message spoke to you, hit that like button. And leave a comment. And subscribe to the 1111 Coach. Share this video with someone who might need to hear it today. And remember, I love you with that agape kind of love. Until next time, stay free, Celestial Mystics. Peace.